My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
All right, today is November 27, 2024. It is 12:45 a.m. So if you saw my last video, which is this one that's on the screen, I made it public the moment I was done with it. The one that I was supposed to be editing right here, which I recorded yesterday afternoon because I had some time, so I need to edit that. Before I get too deep into editing, I want to record this. Alright, so originally I had 6 tweets and I added some more. Okay, they pretty much about Kate. I sort of switched them over because the very first tweet that I did on the one that I'm supposed to edit was about Kate, but I was supposed to talk about what is it, the horse, Camilla or something like that. Then when I realized it was mostly about Camilla, so I switch it over. I switch the list over, and now I'm doing that, and I've added to it. I added some more to it, so I have 10 now. Depending on how I feel, there's some stuff that I came across regarding F4E293 find out regarding Project 25. Depending on how I feel, I might record it or leave it for another time. Once I leave it, I know I'm not coming back to it. So let's focus on this. Before I go on Twitter, let's look at the background. 4,450 subscribers, new subscribers welcome. Estimate revenue $102.93. Believe me, it will go down later. Analytics, remember that number because you just got I just got payment, so we start new, so this number will go back down again. Okay, views in the last 48 hours, 1,495 views. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. Let's move this over. Okay, let's pause this GIF. Kate is performing a maid service for the Qatar Visit. Those who've had maid before know that the subjects don't collect the visitors. Maids do. Show them in, greet them, call the grown-ups, and get back to their chores. The weighty questionable future queen has become the help whelp. Okay, I don't follow them, so this is giving me a hint of what's going on with the left behinders. Well, Derangers have all daggers out for Kemi because they think Kemi doesn't want Wadey to wear a tiara. Instead of them being angry at Willie, who doesn't want her company, there's the laugh here. By the way, they've announced the vote, so the subject ascend to the street because they've promised them a carriage ride along the mall. Okay, I'm a bit confused with that. Well, that's a professional separation if ever I heard of one. Or it won't be long before the wells or the wells come tumbling down. There's trouble brewing. It won't be surprised if Wadey Katie is starting to feel bad about all the trouble they've had their hand in with Harry and Meghan. Maybe she realizes that karma is actually real. Essentially. Okay, I'm a bit confused. William is not like Harry to leave the wife and kids. She has had chemo. Oh, please, please, please. This guy went partying. Oh my God. Evil people like you. Okay. This William. I didn't even finish with that, but there's a receipt here. Prince William caught kissing another woman during boozy Switzerland. March 2017, when Prince William caught kissing another woman during boozy Switzerland trip. Kate Middleton contemplate royal divorce. The last week hasn't. Let's see who responded. Okay, really share the link. I mean, look it up. Look it up. let's see here. Make of that what you will. I don't care much about what you think, but Google, that's it. But Google it, you will get some photos with it too. By the way, why has the husband of the year benched her? Alright, so there's all of that. Let me leave that alone. Oh my God. Today is November 27, 2024. It is 4:20 a.m. I've already did my recording. I'm actually about to edit one of my latest video, but I just came across this video of Martyn. He usually give me like a sneak in of what's going on with the left behinders. I was reading some tweets earlier about Kate being greeting people at the door and things like that. I didn't understand, not really greeting at the door, like being like a servant type of thing. So Martyn just explained what is going on with the left behinders. So let's listen. Okay, his caption usually says the same thing. All my content is on the TikTok thing. All right, so let's listen.
Morning friends, what's really going on here? Comments are open, would love your opinion, let me give you mine. We've known since Harry and Meghan left the UK that Camilla does not like competition. Camilla has literally fought for decades to get to where she is today. She wants to be Queen Bee, #1, the centre of attention. She does not like people that are more interesting than her and decades younger. Is the same happening to Kate? Kate has now been benched twice. She's been told she's missing...
That's the thing the squad were laughing about. I wasn't sure. You'll see in some other videos that I did. I wasn't sure what was going on. Oh, I haven't edited yet, so I could always insert that in it. So that's what they were talking about. That's her fault for not teaming up with Harry or just stay out of Harry's business. She got what she deserved. I mean, Camilla has been in the game for a very long time. She knows how to team up with people to move to the next level. Oh my goodness. And who knows, maybe, what's the other one? The husband. There's probably things going on between the husband, William and Kate. So who do you think she, meaning Camilla, is gonna team up with? Of course, William, not Kate. She got what she deserved. Oh my God. She better watch her back and have a food taster.
Two important royal events in the calendar, treated like a servant, being rolled out to greet people.
That's what this
Has Camilla turned back into puppeteer general and has forced her way into the family, painted Kate in a bad light, and she's pushing Kate out to make room for somebody else? Maybe. But what's also interesting in the media gossip circles is that the royal family are fearful of leaving Kate on her own.
I don't think so. During the missing era, when she was missing and I was talking about it, one of the things that I was starting to see was that there's that other Lee, I forgot her first name, they were trying to push her in. I think what happened is that they hold on to that when they realized there were a lot of sympathy going on. So they probably hold on to it and let the sympathy continue. And then now, once William get things settled, so they're probably going to pick up again to push the other one in, that Chumley woman kind of thing. So I was starting to see that. This is why when I start looking into things, I see beyond what's going on. So when they realize people like myself and the squad were telling me, stop talking about her. And, I was like, for the sake of the kids, this and that, whatever that was going on in my mind at the time. So I was reporting on her. And then I realized that they were trying to push the other woman in. You see, William was going on places with one of the kid, a little boy. I don't know who the boy belonged to, but I said belong. But some of the squaddies or people, just people in general, were saying that's the son of that Chumley woman. So maybe this is where they're picking up again. So they're trying to push her out of the way. They're done with her, enough sympathy. So now people, that documentary then go as planned, where they were trying to elevate her, but instead they're putting light onto the BS that she was doing to Harry and Meghan and Princess Diana and all of that. So now she's doing, she wants to get rid of the other one. I don't know. I'm just saying. So let's continue listening to him.
If she's in a welcoming committee, she's around other people that can hear her speak. If she's at a dinner table, she's going to get the opportunity to speak to people with no handler, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
I think there's some serious things that have gone on in that family, and they know Kate is ready to sing like a canary. Comments are open, guys. Have a brilliant Wednesday. Let me know what you think.
She better has allies, because I don't know how tough her parents are, but and that Game of Thorn over there, she better has ally. Oh my God, let me see here. There's the laugh here. Can't stand KKK thinks she has brought a lot of her treatment on herself, as she has been complicit in the attack on Harry and Meghan, but I hate Gaz Miller even more. I blame King Charles III for his weakness in allowing her to manipulate him using, there's the word here, using sex. They will destroy each other, and I'm here for it. Okay, perhaps they are handling Kate in case she let slip that Camilla was one of the 2 royal races. For some reason, okay, all of the left behinders can be racist, okay, but for some reason, I don't think it was Kate. They threw her under the bus. I think it's William, in my humble opinion, but they threw her under the bus. Okay, all of them. All of the left behinders can all be racist, but I think the one who uttered the words, it's Charles and William. Okay, but once Harry said that, and then they create another nonsense out of it, they threw her under the bus. Okay, they will destroy each other. I'm here for it. Perhaps they are handling Kate in case she let slip that Camilla was one of the 2 royal races. Maybe was Kate the fall guy for Camilla? Let's see here. There's one response behind it. Okay, come on, Kate. You need to spill, or you will continue to take the blame for them. Right. For years, Prince Harry was the family go-to grafter. He then just turned up for charity event. He actually cared. He poured his energy into causes. He brought sincerity and enthusiasm to everything he did, winning public admiration along the way. That's right. Okay, so that's that. I need to finish edit my other videos. So please take a moment to these people, the Derangers. Alright, let's go to the next one. I skip a lot of things, a lot of screenshot and things like that. Okay. I'm sorry, but these people's stupidity is so funny to watch. Kate won't wear a tiara because the country is in shambles. Effing hell, Kate won't wear a tiara because Kate wasn't invited to the glitzy event, same as the other week, same as other official events this year. There's the laugh here. State of the country, my ass. When has she ever given a damn any that if they can turn up to food banks empty-handed? So I remember there was some tweets that I was reading not too long ago. Charles dressed so weird. I remember the image of someone put either a GIF or image of a shoes, and there's Charles and Camilla, and I believe William was in the background. So there was an event. They didn't invite Kate. So I'm assuming this is the event they're talking about. I don't know if there was another one. I said it before, Catherine will feel awful rolling out her tiara with the state Britain is in. She could just not do it. And what a shitty king we have, yo. Absolutely ignore what is going on. When does Charles ever care about anything? Except for himself. We are helpless, and all our head of state can do is shove his wealth down our throats. They are hilarious, aren't they? The same people who salivated over Kitty wearing tiaras at event are now saying she is taking a stand by not going to event she has not been invited to, so as to not upset the plebs. Oh my God, these people make up stuff every time. I don't know what's going on over there, but sometimes you take a pic. I just don't want to click or follow the royal rats and things like that. When the squad bring it up, so that's how I got a heads up of what's going on. Another invitation that doesn't want Kate there. I say that William might get a new future queen. They're probably already divorced. Let's just sit back and watch this train wreck dumpster fire. I love it for Wady. Katie is waiting again. The thing is that I don't know if anybody will ever be with her, knowing the pattern of behavior with the royal family. If they see her, let's say, allegedly they divorce and she's seeing somebody else and she's happy and all of that, guess what? The ex, the future king, is gonna be upset, and then you could see the pattern of things. They just don't like to see people happy. But with Kate, on the other hand, the thing that I've always said about her is the fact that Harry was the only one who showed her respect, even when they used to go on public engagement. 3 of them, William, Kate, and Harry. Harry was the one who's always showing her respect. But when Harry bring Meghan in, like I said, I could understand her position being in that family, knowing how stuck up those people are, they love to do revenge on people. I could understand her not participate or stay back and said, look, I don't want to be part of this. Okay? Leave me out of it. Do whatever you want. And then final time, when they are somewhere at an engagement and Meghan is there, or final way, I don't know. Then again, people leak stuff, how do you call it? People who works in the institution, they always leaking anyway to get a pat in the back or get a cookie or something to tell, whoever, the significant other. I was going to say, have someone in the palace, one of her assistant, to send a message to Meghan or something. This is not going to work because those people, they love, to look good toward the blood boils. So this is out of the question. Maybe her sister, final way, somehow, get the message to Kate, from Kate to Meghan and said, look, whatever is happening, I'm not part of it. I'm sorry. Okay? And just keep it that way. And say something like, do not mention it to Harry, but I just want to be neutral, this or whatever. Find something to say. Okay? Or maybe when they're at an engagement, sometimes you just have to pretend. While you, pretending or whatever, utter the word to Meghan and say whatever it is and whatever you want to say to make sure Meghan knows you're not part of that. But the fact that she participated in it, and then thinking, I don't know, get admiration from a husband who doesn't even give a shit about her, to team up to be against Harry and his wife. So this is something where I said, this is a baggage for God. Whatever, they do to her, that's her problem. I mean, I'm not going to say what should be done. This is why I keep on saying baggage for God. Alright, the same Kate whose blood family and married and family have fleeced the British taxpayer now suddenly cares about what the general public will think about her wearing a tiara. Fakey Katie has never cared about the plight of the plebs. She's not going to start now. That's for sure. Where she's saying about, I believe there was some, there's some loan. Is it from, was it for COVID thing she got as well? Okay, I forgot the whole story, so forget about that. The truth is, Camilla is in charge of tiaras, and as far as she's concerned, Katie is getting the plastic. Yeah, remember during the coronation, what they put on her head? No tiara, Kate. Alright, so there's that. I don't know what's going on, but this is the conversation the squad are having. They're just laughing. All we care about, our sis is not there. We don't care. Alright, she wasn't expected to have legacy. She was expected to produce heirs and look pretty. The institution refused to catch up with the modern world, and Meghan's presence create a new standard. That's for sure. Okay, so she retweeted that, I'm sorry to state the obvious, but at 42, after starting a relationship with William 20 plus years ago, marrying him 13 years ago, having 3 kids, Kate doesn't have a legacy. It's not too late, but that's what it is. And no, being a mom and wearing nice dresses is not a legacy. That's for sure. So she retweeted that. Let's see the comments. Okay, she wasn't supposed to be lazy AF, but she was like that before marriage. The only thing she worked on was stalking, scoring, keeping him, plus that ridiculous accent. How will you describe royal in general other than lazy AF? They cut ribbons, pose for photos, and wave. Kate's first appearance was opening a bottle of wine and pouring it over a boat. She was perfect because all they were meant to do is exist. Time change, they didn't. Very interesting. Yes, but Diana and Harry, and in a way, the Duke of Edinburgh Awards and the Princess Trust did make a difference. She wasn't perfect, by the way. She mooned the world on repeated royal tours. I've seen those images. I will argue Diana and Harry chose to do those things out of the goodness of their own hearts, that's for sure. They genuinely cared. It was not the institution that encouraged them to do good in an imperfect world, and they were both punished severely for it. That is true. True, but Kate is still doing far less than what she was supposed to, and is often an embarrassment when she does show up, flashing unprepared, hyenas laughter, inappropriate outfit, etc. They both make sense. That's a decent conversation. Exactly. Before Meghan, the British monarchy, especially William and Kate's roles, were to appear in certain places, cut ribbons, and greet. All the big projects were started by Harry. That is true. I've always said that. Even the Royal Foundation, it was Harry. And other branches of things that appear under the Royal Foundation was Harry. What was that other thing that he created where he said that would be for servicemen, for the vets and all of that? And it's through that. I forgot the name of it. And is it Royal Trust? I think it was the Royal Trust. I forgot the name. It was the Endeavour Fund. He started it in 2012. Endeavour Fund. And Harry created that specifically for vets. And then when he wanted to create, when he wants to create Invictus, he wanted to tap in the funds that was in that particular, I think it's Royal Trust. I could be wrong. I forgot the name of it. And all of that were under the Royal Foundation. So that particular branch under the Royal Foundation, when Harry wanted to create the Invictus, that's where he was going to tap in to start the Invictus. And he went straight to the head, people that mattered, that gave him the green light first. And then once he got the green light, he mentioned it to William, and William was pissed. And he explained it in his book, Spare. I might have the audio of that.
First step would be pitching the Royal Foundation board, which oversaw my charitable projects and Willie's and Kate's. It was our foundation, so I told myself, no problem. Also, the calendar was on my side. This was early summer 2013. Willie and Kate, weeks from having their first child, were going to be out of commission for a while. The foundation, therefore, didn't have any projects in the pipeline. Its roughly £7 million was just sitting there, doing nothing. And if these international warrior games worked, they'd enhance the foundation's profile, which would energize donors and replenish the foundation's accounts many times over. There'd be that much more to go around when Willie and Kate came back full-time, so I was feeling supremely confident in the days leading up to my pitch. But when the actual day came, not so much. I realized how badly I wanted this for the soldiers and their families, and if I'm being honest, for myself. And this sudden attack of nerves kept me from being at my best. Still, I got through it, and the board said yes. Thrilled, I reached out to Willie, expecting him to be thrilled as well. He was sorely irritated. He wished I'd run all this by him first. My assumption, I said, was that other people had done so. He complained that I'd be using up all the funds in the Royal Foundation. That's absurd, I spluttered. I was told only a £500,000 grant would be needed to get the games going, a fraction of the foundation's money. Besides, it was coming from the Endeavour Fund, an arm of the foundation I'd created specifically for veterans' recovery. The rest would come from donors and sponsors. What was going on here, I wondered. Then I realized, my God, sibling rivalry. I put a hand over my eyes. Had we not got past this yet? The whole heir versus spare thing? Wasn't it a bit late in the day for that tired childhood dynamic? But even if it wasn't, even if Willie insisted on being competitive, on turning our brotherhood into some kind of private Olympiad, hadn't he built up an insurmountable lead? He was married, with a baby on the way, while I was eating takeaway alone over the sink. Pa's sink. I still lived with Pa. Game over, man. You win.
Okay, so all of them are Harry. Okay, and he did not want to take credit for those things, especially when he's being interviewed, especially at the Obama Foundation when Melody Hobson was interviewing him. 2 different occasions, she asked him, who created you or William? Or the first time she asked, he ignored it. The second time, he said he doesn't remember.
Doesn't this seem obvious? Like, why haven't other people done it then? So you've created, with your brother and sister-in-law, the Royal Foundation. Okay, you've started a charity. My first question would be, do we need another charity? So, you know, what was your thinking in coming together? Whose idea was this?
So that's my motto is exactly that. Why another charity? Our foundation. And therefore, anybody that comes in gets the opportunity or the option of 12 of you rather than 1 of you.
Whose idea was this? I mean, who was it? You or Prince William or
The Royal Foundation?
Yeah.
I can't even remember. But
did it?
Okay, but I knew it was him because the way in that particular conversation he was having with Melody Hobson, the specific detail in every angle that Melody Hobson asked him, he was able to branch it out, you know, dissect it and explain it. I knew it was him. There's no way William will be able to explain that. All right, so that's that. Let's go to the next one. So yes, it's Harry and Princess Diana, because of what they wanted to do. They care. They wanted to branch out and do things, but the institution hated them for that. Okay?
The campaign was, in that point, was being successful. But it did surprise the people who were causing the grief. It did surprise them when I took myself out of the game. They hadn't expected that. And I'm a great believer that you should always confuse the enemy.
Who was the enemy?
Well, the enemy was my husband's department, because I always got more publicity. My work was discussed much more than him, and you know, from that point of view, I understand it. But I was doing good things, and I wanted to do good things. I was never going to hurt anyone. I was never going to let anyone down.
But you really believe that it was out of jealousy that they wanted to undermine you?
I think it was out of fear. Because here was a strong woman doing her bit. And where was she getting her strength from? To continue.
And then now, look at them. They start trying to copy what Harry and Meghan are doing. And bloody 2 pages. He can't even read that. It's one of my videos. I even put it on my thumbnails. Bloody 2 pages. That was Charles, who was reading something, and when he realized it's 2 pages, he was upset. Okay, next week. Derangers who earn a living of manufacturing lies about Harry and Meghan are up in arms because 3 magazines have dared to write stories that are not fawning of the wells. Don't start a fire, then cry when you get burned, I say. All right. So this, I remember when I went to the supermarket near my house, this one. I saw it. I wanted to take a picture of it. I was too lazy. I was listening to a podcast on my phone, so I was too lazy to stop it. So I saw that on my checkout aisle. Okay, under pressure. Kate finally talks. I don't know. Okay, love her. None of the magazine don't mention cancer. The world is tired of that fake cancer. That's for sure. When I see a power struggle, let's pause this so I don't get flagged for it. When I see a power struggle, I don't have to think about this episode. These 2 are savages when it comes to power abuse. Okay. It's 1 minute and 42 seconds, and it's screenshot, okay?
Might we have a moment alone, please? Excuse me. Can you 2 get out?
Oh, us? Are you talking to us?
Yes, there's nobody else in here. Please go.
We've just never been addressed before, Ma.
And we haven't left this room in over 2 years.
Well, you're leaving it now. Bye.
Huh. I didn't even notice they were in here.
I was going to leave you tonight, William, but I decided to stay. And if I'm going to stay, I'm going to do it right this time. I want you to be king, and I want to be queen. No more waiting our turn. We grab it.
Okay. This is the fucking hottest you have ever been.
Together, everything can be ours.
Yes. I've always wanted this for us. But there are so many people who have to die first, I kind of gave up. Well, no longer. There's a William that no one has ever seen before. Ruthless, ambitious, independent.
Oh, take me!
I will. Guys, we need you back in here. We're going to have sex now. Remove our clothes and, well, you know the positions we like.
It's so nice to have you back in London, Meghan.
Oh my God.
We've missed our little lunches.
We've never had lunch together, Kate.
Well, we must continue the tradition.
Oh my God. You know, our position we like take off our clothes. Oh my God, this is hilarious. They capture perfectly Lady Macbeth, Kate. Let me not go further into that. Let's go to the next one. I don't want this to be an hour. Sorry, you're gonna have to see screenshots. Okay, so this is the event that I was talking about. That they didn't invite Kate, and there's William in the back. Oh my goodness, my memory is pretty good. They are disgusting, evil people who are being protected by their British media machine. And oh my God, the thing that's going on in the US, it's unbelievable. I don't know if mainstream media are talking about it, but on one of my videos, actually the one that I think I'm supposed to edit, or did I put it out already? Where, what is it? That Twitter guy, what's his name? Elon is thinking of buying one of the medias in the US and, you know, revamp everything. And what was that? The other day I saw NPR was trending. Was it defund NPR? This is one of the things that non-biased, just talk straight politics and no biases or whatever, but they want to defund it. So US is gonna be in the dark. So if UK is like that, imagine what the US is. They're going full savage. They're not holding back in the US. Come on, please keep F them up. They deserve it. Okay, so she retweeted that they abused Diana, then they abused Harry, then they abused Meghan. They will have done the same with Archie and Elizabeth. They did countless evil things with William approval. Let me go into that. There's more. With William approval, these are the worst people in the world. They deserve hell. Camilla, wicked stepmother. All right. I could even sort of understand if a man was so blind by a woman's beauty that he made some really serious errors of judgment, but for Chucky to be blinded by ugly personified. Oh my God. That's the second time I read her tweet, because I remember looking at the emoji as her profile. I need to follow her. Am I following her? Yeah, let me follow her. Her comments are hilarious. Okay, I could even sort of understand if a man was so blind by a woman's beauty that he made some really serious errors of judgment, but for Chucky to be blinded by ugly personified, can't understand what the hell he ever saw in her. Look, I went everything, so what the hell is it? I'm sorry. I know some of you are annoyed when I'm laughing. I can't help it, but the tweet is funny. Tears coming down my eye. They share the same evil. You will continue to be a horrible man. It makes no difference. Okay, so there's all of that. Let me leave that alone. You know, for the sake of you, okay, Prince William Parker Bowles. Okay, you could pause your screen and read that. Okay, let me go back to the original tweet. So that was a retweet. Okay, old face Katie. Okay, did I lie? There's a laugh here. Utterly vile people. It still boggled my mind how they hadn't any clue what the backlash would be following Diana's murder. I knew folks remained in shock initially, but the resentment was always brewing. Then they effed with Harry and Meghan, and decent Brits said, oh hell nah, abolish the monarchy. Karma is coming, trust that. That is true. That is true. Especially after Princess Diana. People were upset, but they kept it to themselves. But then they make the mistake again. Almost made the mistake. But Harry saw the writing on the wall and took it, and let's not forget it was William who kicked him out. I had to point this out, but he took it and get his family out of there. Okay, next tweet. 2 things could be true. The idea that Camilla doesn't want Charles to meet Harry because he could upset him is likely because Harry doesn't allow Camilla in the room, and Charles is a fair father. He hasn't got the ball to stand up for what is right. What is it? What I was gonna say is that when Charles come up with the cancer thing, there was let's move back a little bit. I think in 2023, around December 2023, Paul Dacker came up with put a public open letter to Charles, and the way that I saw that, it seems like it was a cry for Charles to get involved, to intercept, to stop Harry from going forward with the lawsuit. Okay? Because that's when I think they were going to court to hear the evidence or whatever. So I think that was an open letter or a cry for Charles to stop his son from pursuing. And then comes, I believe, in January or February, because I remember it was around the Super Bowl the following day, when Harry flew to the UK, when Charles the announcement about he had cancer, Harry quickly flew to the UK to see his father. And there was security provided to pick him up from the how do you call this? From the airport to meet his father. And they said the meeting lasts less than an hour, about 45 minutes. And then Charles took his helicopter and went somewhere. What came out of it, it could be allegedly, is that Charles wanted to go talk to Harry someplace else. And Harry said no, because he had other prior engagement. Because literally the following day, he was in Vegas giving the award to the guy, what's his name? When he received the award and said that's Prince freaking Harry. Okay? So what I think was gonna happen when Charles called out the cancer thing and Harry flew over there was a plan. I don't know what the plan was, but there was a plan for Harry. And also, I believe it was the same time as well where Charles allowed him to sleep somewhere in one of those palaces, and Harry declined because the area that they gave him, there was no guard. Okay, anybody could come in. So there was a plan for Harry at that time. Remember that thing that I said? It has been done before. I've called it out since 2020. Since 2020. Okay, go watch that video. It's on PYTE. So there was a plan. And Harry did not stay at any places that Charles had offered him. He stayed, I don't even think he stayed in the UK. He probably flew right back to the US because the following day he was giving an award. Okay, so that's that. Okay, why did I bring all of this? Okay, 2 things could be true. The idea that Camilla doesn't want Charles to meet Harry because he could upset him is literally because Harry doesn't allow. Yeah, I think it's Harry. It's Harry who doesn't want Camilla to be in the room because he knows things will be leaked. Okay, I think it's Harry. Harry doesn't want anything to do with her. I think you infantilize Charles too much. He has always been selfish even before he married Diana, pre-Camilla. He doesn't want to see Harry because he doesn't really care about Harry. That too, but there's a couple things at stake because the papers are his buddies. He wants positive press all the time. So he does care in the sense where, I don't know, not about Harry. I know for sure he doesn't care about Harry. But for the papers, okay, these people already choose their side. I don't think he even cares about William. Thank you and his family beyond the fact that he is the heir. I agree with her. I've always said anything that comes from Diana, he doesn't care. Okay, I don't even think he cares about both of them. The same way this tweet says, I don't think he cares about both of them. It was, Diana was for the institution, produced for the institution, and he's done. His real life, his real thing where he cares about is in the background, the one that we don't see. Okay, so Diana, William, and Harry are for the institution. But the thing is that they're producing human being. Human being have, the moment you left your mother's womb, you are your own. You breathe on your own. Okay, they train you until you could take care of yourself, but they want to control people. And Harry said, "You're not gonna control me," and this is what pisses the firm off. Okay, Charles doesn't care. All right. He is a selfish man baby who cannot see beyond his own needs. Camilla is what she is, but there is no excuse for Charles. All right, so that's that. Let's leave that alone. What is that? Okay. Prince Harry's phone hacking lawsuit against Daily Mail to go on trial 2026. What? 2025, not 2026. Let me see if somebody correct. This is extra. It was not on my list. Okay, and he will win. The racist UK rags will be exposed on their complicity with the UK royal family to lie and hound the Sussexes will also be exposed. Okay. 2025, not 26. Alright, so that's that. Let's go to my next tweet. Right, that was extra. I don't even, let me pause and put it anyway. Alright, next tweet. I put it on the list just in case I want to come back to it. Alright, let's pause. A reason behind the negative headlines about Harry and Meghan is Harry's lawsuit against murder. But let's not ignore the fact that many royal experts confess to feeling like jilted lovers when he left and accused Meghan of stealing him. Psycho. Alright, there's me here. Bango. There's that. Exactly. Most royal experts and the royal family got dumped by Meghan along with her wonderful prince, and like a lot of jilted, jealous exes, they feel humiliated and they can't let go, so their obsessions are out of control to the point of stalking and planting lies about them. It's like they're exposing themselves more than they actually, humiliating Harry and Meghan. They're still obsessed with that. One time he was forced to have a drink with them at a pub because he was trying to please his useless father. Okay, nobody accuses her of that. The traitorous little shit should stay in America forever. No, oh please, this is the thing that they were trying to do. Okay, let me whisper. I changed my mind. Let me just black. I was gonna say something, but never mind. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. That was the last response. Next one. Okay, I have two more. Let's pause. That's a GIF. I'm fascinated by people who believe stories about Harry and Meghan from page 6, the New York Post, the Daily Fell, the Sun, Angela Levine, Camilla Tomney, Niall Gardner, Dan Wooten, Lady C. I can go on, but you get the point. They all make up stories for a living. They write fiction. Okay, there's a difference here, because I think at some point I was one of those people who will click on those things. But when I continue seeing negative things about Meghan, I start asking myself questions. Then I took a deeper look. So when people don't know, I can't blame them that much, but it's best to tell your side, what you know and things like that. But I will not blame too much of everybody. I don't know if I make sense. But the US is going to learn soon. Okay, look how, for instance, many MAGAs vote against their best interests. Well, then again, I can't blame them that much. They did that on their own because Trump did tell them some stuff. They had experience of Trump presidency before, so never mind about that. It's unbelievable how much fake news these trolls sucked in and think it's true. Yet they never seem to latch on the fact that these fake news stories never actually happened. Honestly, I thought it would come down like 4 years ago, and they still do it to this day, and worse. The thing is that we were in our subconscious, I would say, I don't know, you guys could correct me, we were meant to believe the news, okay? We were meant to believe the news. So when these people come in power, the royal family have been doing it for a very long time. But when people come in power and they want to keep the power, and the best way to do things is to manufacture things for the people. And the people haven't caught up things yet to see these are lies. They manufactured a story for the people to believe, for the people to agree with the people who are in power. And at the same token, they will vote not knowing the truth, but to support the manufactured story. It's very sad. Another example of that, for instance, when you look at in Russia, for instance, I don't know if the mainstream media is talking about it, where, you know, the media in Russia is lying to the people, this and that, the war is far away, they're gonna liberate Ukraine and all of that. Whatever lie they picture, they manufacture to sell to the Russian people for going to war. But not knowing the truth, meanwhile, the people are living their lives like nothing happened. Meanwhile, now Ukraine is attacking them. They have no clue. They didn't know the war was coming to them. This is the scary part of things. It is very scary when the government itself is not telling the truth. Put the people at risk when they could have braced themselves or put themselves in a position where they will be ready, or remove themselves from a certain areas where, you know, they will not be affected, get killed or hurt, you name it. So it's the lie. Our brain were trained to believe the news. So we have to reprogram ourselves to sort of read between the lines. I don't know. I probably don't make any sense. All right. So because this is a new era where these people feel like fake news, misinformation is the way to go. And it's very sad and very dangerous. Okay, so let's leave that alone so I don't go on with that. Right, next tweet. I have one more after this. Okay, let's pause it again. The media is spreading lies about Harry and Meghan, but there's a certain royal couple that's lying about cancer, and they even made a cringe-worthy video to distract from the fact that they're personally and professionally separated behind the scene, but the media won't tell ya. That's the thing as well. Okay? I don't know. The thing that Harry's doing, going all the way to court, I don't know. I hope somewhere in the US covers it. I don't know. So American could know a little bit more about it. Not too many people give a damn about Harry and Meghan. They don't care. But the thing that Harry's fighting, it's worth sharing in the US, because the same blueprint that the UK has is transferring over here. Okay, careful please. There's that. That's an ad. I don't believe either couple are separated. To state that you think that Catherine is lying about her cancer is disgusting, though. They don't have to tell you everything about her condition. But when Harry and Meghan was over there, remember how they wanted to go into their own freaking bedroom? The media wanted to go into Harry and Meghan's bedroom to know every single thing, because they claim it was because of tax funded. Oh my goodness. But now there's that thing. Harry been saying they want the separation between private and public, but the media and the UK claim that because they're funding them at that time, they're funding the Sussexes, therefore they must get into their private life. Remember Meghan called one of the papers to court because they published her private letter? All of this. But you guys were okay with it, but now these funded people, I don't think she has cancer. Charles paused his cancer to go to Australia. I never heard anything like that. Even professionals in the US at CNN doctor was saying they never heard this type of cancer before and all of that. There was a whole bunch of things going on. But anyway, people believe whatever they want. Okay? So that's that. Next tweet, and this is my last one. Okay, Meghan had zero bad reputation before meeting Harry and that family. It doesn't matter if she was a Z or D actress, as haters call her, but that family has been a damaged good way before she set her foot in. Now even have Camilla as their queen. Look at the US, we even have Trump. Oh my goodness. That's right. I remember I did a video, not a A-list actress. And we have a picture of Meghan in front. And then Hollywood sign in the back and things like that. When I first put it out, the squad came after me. That was at the beginning. Okay? But they didn't look at the substance. They just look at the thumbnails and they start bashing me. And I had to keep on telling them, just watch the video. In the video, the reason why Meghan is not the way the Derangers would like her to be is because she wasn't selling her body to get the movie parts. Okay? When you look, the things that some people go through in Hollywood, oh my God, just look what's revealed now. Go watch that video if you haven't watched it. Okay? And I think in that video, I said something like, she does her little gigs here and there, and after each gig, she goes to different, how do they call this? And she go for audition and things like that for different little gigs here and there. She never had time to go parties and all that. It's to those parties, okay? Many of those professionals, you know, business people, musician, actors are in trouble right now. It's to those parties that they capture them in some compromised position. They put things on their drinks for them to be in a certain way, compromised position, and then capture them in videos and then to frame them. So Meghan knows about these things. She never participated in this stuff. So this is why they never had anything on her. She does her thing. She go to audition. If she gets the role, she does her thing and then move on to the next. Okay? This is why they don't have anything on her. She doesn't hang out with them after parties or whatever. If she made, let's say there's an actor she click with, you see with Suit, there's all of those people she still connect with. Okay, they do that. They do their little things privately at their own time, away from the Hollywood scene and all of that. Okay, so these people, they could say whatever. Oh, there's no comment. So that's that. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna go edit this video. Hopefully I finish it tonight, and then I could edit the one that I'm talking in right now. So that is it. Thank you for watching, and who knows when I'm gonna do the other one, the F4 round regarding Project 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe another time. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.